So, um, mm, there we go. Now, another thing about a hairline is when it's natural hair, okay, it styles kind of. Okay, and a wig or something like that would come off, right? um, if someone's messing with you about your hair, just ignore it, right? Unless you done lost it all. Then you can't do nothing about it in your mind, right? Sorry about that. It happens to some people, but not all. It don't mean it's the end of the world, right? Right. Just gotta deal with it, right? Positively, right? Negatively don't help you or anyone. But like I keep telling you, the right side, okay, and the left side are. This one's more rounded, all right. This one goes up and then goes straight kind of down to here, and then is rounded a little bit differently, right? But it's not baldness, right? Or a receding hairline. It's just okay. This one is about maybe a quarter inch higher. But it's not receding. Receding means it's going up into the scalp. Right? And see, this one here is rounded more, right? And then it comes here with a little, what's the word, arc, right? Stops here, then goes here, then goes rounded a little bit until here, and then goes down, right? Right? See what I mean? Now, it's still a little different in that this one here has kind of a point, and this one don't either. There's not really a point on this side. But there is one here, right? It's kind of a point. I don't pick on people about their hair either. If you're bald, I pray for you. Get your hair back. I'm not God to you. Nor are your genes God to you. Unless you make them God to you. By the way. Though I never had a problem, okay, with mental pattern baldness. Now, I do have relatives, like I said, who do. I know one cousin went completely bald, but I'm not going to use their name. But again, right, they knew who they are. And again, he's the only one I know of who went completely bald. And I seen a recent picture of John, and he looks like he went bald early, like Bubba. But, whoops, I didn't mean to say that. But you don't know who Bubba is, right? Everybody can be called Bubba in the South. Remember a Bubba Gump strip? Now, when you pick on someone else, okay, because they have hair and you don't, then you're being the bully, right? You don't do that. That's not normal. Anyway, I don't pick on people who look different than me, right? I was taught to do that. I was taught that's wrong, right? If you're doing that, you're acting like a third grade bully who won't grow out of it. Now, that's what helped me deal with the shipmates refusal to train like I'm supposed to know everything on the ship and what the equipment even looks like. If you don't give me the book and it went with the work card, I didn't know that either. I'm just guessing by now. I know. Did the work card and the book go together or something? You didn't even tell me that. I don't know. I don't know. What's wrong with you? Mm-hmm. But see, if King is telling you he's training me, he's lying to you. Mm-hmm. To cover his ass because he knows he's supposed to be training me, right? I don't even know what he's supposed to be doing to train me. But we're not getting along. He electrocuted himself my first observe only job. Because I looked like his friend and I was new to the ship. And he can blame me, but Lieutenant Guzman was there, but he can't either. Now, unless Guzman made him do something to cover it up, or he didn't write him up or something, then he has an excuse, right? To not do anything about it. Mm-hmm. Including not train me. Mm-hmm. Now, in the generator shop, I was supposed to work under Ben. Right? Well, he asked me if I was gay 3 times. Why? Quid pro quo. Yes, that's why. Mm-hmm. He's basically saying I won't train you either unless you give me something. Mm-hmm. And that gay with me. Now, he's still acting like he wants to do something with me, right? First, not me, him, right? I'm just wanting to learn the job. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I'm doing. So I had 2 people who didn't want to work with me. One because he electrocuted himself, and the other because he was wanting to quid pro quo me. Mm-hmm. And asked me 3 times, and I said no 3 times. So no, that ain't why I joined the Navy. I did it to learn about electricity and how to work on shipboard equipment, and then was going to go into the probably the housing market and learn, or even heating and air. Mm-hmm. Maybe both. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But didn't work out. Mm-hmm. Cause of them too. Mm-hmm. And I was supposed to work under King too. Mm-hmm. Now, up until my first evals, which were 3.8, because up till then I did the job, right, and could do the jobs I was assigned, including going to the galley for 3 months. So, now, your first 2 are boot camp, right? Then 5 were A school, with a month in Snipes Castle, So that's about 8, So I went in February, and by December, I'm getting to the ship, Before January, he gets electrocuting himself, And then I spend 3 months in the galley, or kitchen, right? Right? I do all that my first year, finally get a 3.8. My second year is on the ship, and Lieutenant Guzman rotates out the ship. 2 within that year. Now, it's not the first part of the year, but it's just before the second part, before 92. And we get a new ensign. Right? Well, King might have also hornswoggled him into me, and then Robinson came to the ship while Guzman was still on board, right? But King and Ben still weren't training me. And they got to him because when we had the little test by Lieutenant Guzman, he thought I was sabotaging him and trying to make him look dumb, because I ain't been to A school in over a year by then. But he's fresh from A school and let me talk him into the wrong answer. Right. And then I remembered the right answer. Right. Because Lieutenant Guzman questioned the answer, and I knew it was the wrong answer, probably too, dumbass. Right. And then I gave the right answer, thinking about it again. Right. I saved both our asses. We were trying to collaborate at first, is how Lieutenant Guzman probably thought. And then I came up with the right answer, thinking back to A school. I'll say both are bacon. But you knew I would do that. Who told you, Ben and King? Told you I would sabotage you and made you paranoid about it? To where it kind of happened? Yeah, that too. It wasn't planned on my part, and I know. You understand that too, right, Robo? See, they even called him Robo because he was kind of tall and probably after RoboCop or something. And Robinson, they kind of pick on people too. And if Ben and King are bad-mouthing me, right? I don't know. To him, right? He's ready for the sabotage, but when the sabotage goes through, it's kind of his fault too, because he's the one fresh from A school. I'm not. But luckily, I remember the right answer pops into my head, kind of, and right, like I'm being trained or anything since A school either, which was probably the following year. This will be in '91, my first year trying to work as an actual electrician, right? Now that's because by '91 we're also in the first Persian Gulf War. But we go because the war is kind of quick too. It's over in a few minutes, right? You know what I mean? Technically, compared to most wars, it's a quick war. Easily resolved. That they let Saddam keep the kingdom, right? Things like that for another decade or more until George W. Right? But you know the story. Bye bye.